A few months ago, I made a video about why Microsoft Word 2026 is actually obsolete for most people and why you don't really need to use it anymore if you're just looking for office software that can handle everyday tasks. That alternative is LibreOffice or LibreOffice, how you want to pronounce it. In this video, we'll look at how to set up LibreOffice to be as familiar as possible for Microsoft Word converts. By default, LibreOffice comes with a slightly different look. If I open LibreOffice Writer here on my Linux system, which is the equivalent to Word, you'll see that especially in the current Linux Mint version, it really doesn't look that great. So let's quickly see how we can fix this. Right at the beginning, the tip of the day pops up. It's actually not a bad idea to read through these. The very first tip you get gives you the option to change the user interface, which is perfect. Most people just click it away though. If you don't want these tips at startup, you can just uncheck this box here and click on OK. At first, we want to change the interface. The icons look really terrible in the current version. This is due to some weird theme detection where LibreOffice thinks ideally you don't have this issue, but if you do, go up here to Tools, then down to Options, and under View, you can just select the theme. I'll choose Colibre and hit Apply, and it already looks significantly better. Now we want to set it up to look similar to the tabbed interface shown in the LibreOffice website we also now see here. We can do this by going up to View, then User Interface, and here we select Tabbed. I click to Apply to All, and now we have this typical ribbon interface with different tabs. Honestly, I personally like this view better simply because it feels like you're offered a lot more functions, and depending on whether you have a table, for example, selected, the top menu changes dynamically, so it behaves very similarly to Word. Regarding the interface, I personally still like to have the traditional menu bar visible. We can activate that here on the left, which brings back this file, edit, and so on. I'm a big fan of this, especially because when you look up tutorials online, most instructions use this standard menu. It might be a bit redundant, but I don't mind sacrificing a few pixels for the extra overview. You can, of course, remove it again, just clicking on this icon on the left. Next, let's move to a point that primarily affects Linux users, the Microsoft fonts. If we type something and look at our font drop-down, most of the fonts you might have had on Windows are simply not here. These are all Linux fonts, however we can install various Windows fonts on Linux. And the best way is to do this via the software manager. So I open up the software manager here and we search for Ttf-mscorefonts. I select it and here I hit install. This is an installation package for quite a few classic Microsoft fonts like Arial, Times New Roman, and even Comic Sans if you really want it. And it will also prompt us with this end user license agreement. In this case, we just select check and hit next, and then this is doing the rest. And with this installed, let's look at getting some more modern fonts that many of you use, and this is Calibri and Cambria. And for Calibri, I just search for Calibri and we get this Carlito font. Because Calibri and Cambria now have different licensing from Microsoft, we can't get them through the normal TTF package. We have to get this alternative font that is essentially metric compatible clones, which allows us to replace them without any legal licensing issues. So I can really recommend you that. And we do the same for Cambria. And there we get this Fonts-crosextra-carlito, and we install this as well. With this installed, I close LibreOffice and we open it up. And now if I want to select the text, I can change it to, for example, Arial we see, but also Carlito font. This is the replacement of Calibri. And yeah, this really looks quite the same. We can also set up LibreOffice to automatically replace these fonts in existing documents you bring over from Word. So LibreOffice has specific functions for this. We go to Tools, then Options. Under the LibreOffice drop down here, we select Fonts. There we are. And then we can enable Apply Replacement Table. And then we can type in a font, for example, Calibri. And Calibri we want to replace with this Carlito font. So like this. We just write it like this and we hit Enter. Nice. We do the same with Cambria. And we replace this one with Caladea, and I hit the check mark again, and we hit the always and screen only checkboxes here. I hit apply, and that's it. Now, if you open an existing docx document from the Microsoft Word world, LibreOffice automatically replaces Calibri with Carlito in the background, but it still saves it as Calibri. So if you open it in Word again later, you retain the original font, and it's really good working then, and a cool piece of technology, I would say. But if we now create a new document and we just start typing, it's still this Liberation Serif font. Maybe you might not want this as your standard font. You probably want our Calibri replacement, Carlito. So we can easily change this in LibreOffice. So we go up to Tools, then we go to Options, we expand the LibreOffice Writer section, and then we go to Basic Fonts Western. And here we can change the default fonts. And there I can, for example, change the default font always to Carlito. So I can just paste it in here. I hit apply, and that's it. And from now on, if I do a new document here, we have this Carlito font as a default. Now let's come to the topic, changing the default save formats. Especially if you work a lot with Microsoft Word, or if you're transitioning from Word, you might want to default to the docx format instead of LibreOffice Native's ODT format. We can set that up too, of course. So go back to Tools and Options. Here we are. And then we go to Load Save and we go to General. And here we can choose the default text document format. And I choose Word 2010 to 365 document. There we are. I hit apply and that's it. Now, if we want to save this document, it already tries to save it as a docx format. Now, let's get to a point that I think is quite important as well. This is the keyboard shortcuts. If you're used to certain shortcuts in Word and want to keep using them in LibreOffice, you'll find that maybe a few might be different. I'll put a list of standard Word keyboard shortcuts in the video description. Let me show how to customize the shortcuts that are most important to you. Go to Tools and then we click on Customize now. At the top, you can select a keyboard. And here you'll find a shortcut configurations. Fair warning, this settings menu feels a bit outdated. Important note, pay attention to the radio buttons on the top right. Make sure you are setting the shortcut for Writer specifically, not globally for LibreOffice to avoid conflicts. Some functions are only available in the LibreOffice radio button. So we stay on LibreOffice Writer here. You have to scroll through the top list to find the exact key combination first. One thing that might be different is, for example, when it comes to Control-M and Control-Shift-M. Control-M stands here for clear. For example, in other versions of Microsoft Word, this is for the intent function. So what I do here, I select this one, and then I go to functions here and I search for indent. And with Control-M, I increase this indent. So I just select this one and then I select assign. So we want to select this and this increment indent value, and then we select assign, and then we have changed this key. And we do quite the same for Control Shift M or Shift Control M, like here. I select this one, I select the decrement indent value, and then I select assign. And there you can change your keyboard layouts to the specific ones you want to use. Of course, you can keep customizing whatever shortcuts you need, but honestly, LibreOffice is already very close to Word at very specific things. But yeah, if you want to change there something, then you can do it here. What I, for example, also change always in LibreOffice is when I go to Ctrl-Shift-L, I want the bullet point lists here. So we have a look for lists, and we want a unordered list. This is how we do it. Normally this is Shift F12 in LibreOffice, but yeah, in Microsoft Word this is usually Ctrl-Shift-L, and we assign it here, and now we got our unordered list. So if I press Ctrl-Shift-L right now, here we get our list. And with that, I'm at the end of this short but sweet video. I hope I was able to help you get your footing if you're completely new to LibreOffice, especially in making it behave a bit more like Word if you are coming from that ecosystem. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, because here on LinuxOrd we cover a lot of Linux and open source software in general every single week. So hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.